Hello, in today's topic we're going to be talking about Palladot or Palladot, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's the trademark name for Palladot Peridot or Palladot Peridot, depending on how you pronounce it. And if you saw either our pilot episode or our first episode of Season 2 of Meteorite Men, then you know that these gemstones come out of the meteorites that we're finding at our alpha site. And I have a few of them here with me, and this is not going to hardly do us any justice. But this one right here is a 0.59 carat gemstone. And this one here is 0.52. A little square cut one here that is 0.35 carats. So as you can see, that they have a little bit differing color. Some of them are a little bit more yellow, some are a little bit more green. A lot of that also depends on the cut. And what's really fascinating, these gemstones they have inclusions in them that are fingerprints that definitively prove whether this gemstone came from outer space or whether it's just peridot found here on Earth. So it's really incredible. Now, the downside is these inclusions prevent these from being totally flawless. I suppose in theory it's possible for us to find a gemstone that would be flawless, but in the process we would lose that signature, that fingerprint, if you will, documenting it from outer space. So it's a small little price you have to pay, and you get one with enough clarity and it's cut right. You're going to minimize any visibility on the gemstones, and the ones that are a little more included are priced a little bit better. The ones that are a little bit more pristine and clear and a better rock will have a little bit of a premium of a price for it. So it's really neat. Now, the guys that got together with me, and we formed a company, a corporation actually, called Palladot. And you can go to palladot.com, and that site features the gemstones that we're offering. And Charles Elias, he's a graduate gemologist, one of the foremost experts in the entire world on colored gemstones and on the evaluating of them. And as well as analyzing them to classify their quality of them and their characteristics of it. And so Charles provides a nice laminated COA with some detailed description on it. Not only that, if you want to take it a step further, or if you need us to do it for you, we can actually send these off to the GIA, get a third party by the most trusted source in the world when it comes to gemstones, documenting that these are in fact from outer space. So how cool is that? There are some diamonds and sapphires and rubies and emeralds out there. Some of them that actually are I don't want to say they're more valuable, but they cost more than what ours cost. Ours aren't cheap. They're extremely rare. One of 2 or 3 of the rarest gemstones known to mankind. So one of the rarest gemstones on the entire planet, and it's not even from our planet. So how cool is that? Also, a lot of these other countries that produce gemstones, such as the diamonds and the rubies and the emeralds, there's some conflicts in those areas. Most of you have heard the terminology of blood diamonds, and there's some questionable practices in other ones. When you buy one of our gemstones, not only do you get the fantastic story that comes along with it on how they were formed in outer space, all the way to how they were found. We've got that documented on television as well. And the chain of custody, the chain of provenance is there the whole way that you can actually own a gemstone from outer space. So right now, even the Queen of England, the crown jewels, they do not contain a peridot from outer space. The Smithsonian doesn't even have a peridot gemstone from outer space. So that's how rare it is. 99.9% of the jewelry stores out there don't carry these. That's how rare they are. But they're not just rare, they're really cool. It's the hottest new thing on the market. It's been a long time since something new has popped onto the gemstone market. We're excited about what we have to offer. And if you saw the television show, you realize there's this kind of conflict within us on, do we melt down the meteorite to produce these gemstones, or do we cut the meteorite into slices or keep them whole? Far too long to get to here on this video, but it's a great story. If you have any questions, if you're interested, you want to price these, go to palladot.com and you can contact Charles or one of the other people on our staff, and you can also find out if there's a jewelry store in your area that will be carrying these, where you can go in personally and examine them face to face. So it's a great new item that's on the market, and we're excited to be able to bring it to you. And thanks a lot.